we will be discussing about diabetes, uh, especially in month of Ramadan, and especially when people want to fast in this holy month of Ramadan and they are concerned about diabetes. It's really important for us to talk to them and join them, to make sure that they have all the information they need. As I said, the Dr. Rahul Thakur is a specialist, diabetes specialist. He has wealth of information, and we will be soon joining him in this platform. And hopefully, we would like to find out more about the month of Ramadan, the diabetes, and especially we would like to find out more about the types of diabetes, what food we need, and at the same time in terms of medication management, because in month of Ramadan, um, if people are taking more than 3 times their medications, how they can adjust their medications. And it's really important for us to go and join our make sure our diabetic nurse is aware of it, make sure that our doctor is aware of it. So hopefully doctor will be with us in a minute, and we will talk to him in few minutes. The Dr. Rahul Thakur is one of the leading GP. He's based in East Lancashire, and as I said, he's specialized in diabetes. So we'll talk to doctor in a minute. He will be joining us now. So we will be asking all the questions, and if you've got any questions, you can talk to us. So can I just say warm welcome to Dr. Rahul Thakur. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. Dr. Rahul Thakur, can you hear me? Oh no, yeah, can you hear me? Yeah. So Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Al-Imdaad Radio. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me as well. Yeah.
Okay, we just had a quick introduction, and as I said, you are a GP based here in East Lancashire, but you are a diabetes specialist. In month of Ramadan, what we would like to know is how to deal with diabetes. So diabetes is quite common with Muslim community. So will you just talk about what is diabetes?
Yes. So basically, diabetes is a problem where the metabolism of sugar gets affected, such that the sugar in the blood, the levels of sugar go up, and can cause severe damages to the target organs, which are mainly eyes, kidneys, and the feet. What happens? There are various types of diabetes. So there are mainly 2 types, which is the first one is a type 1, which is a condition where the body stops secreting insulin altogether. So there's no insulin being secreted naturally in the body, due to which the transport of the glucose that we eat from a food to the cells that require glucose to be burnt out in order to provide energy, it just gets stopped. So insulin is basically a transporter of the blood glucose from the food that we eat that goes into our bloodstream. Insulin helps that to transport it into the cells, which burns the sugar out and gives us energy. But when there is no insulin, the cells starve of the glucose, and that's why people feel tired. And at the same time, because this glucose is not reaching the required destination, the cells of every cell of a body, what happens is the blood sugar levels goes up, and that's how diabetes type 1, what I'm describing, is. So insulin is like a key that opens the lock of the cell.
Yeah, and there is 2 types of diabetes, isn't it? What is the difference between type 1 and type 2?
So as I mentioned, the the first type is type 1, which accounts for around 10% of the population of diabetes. They have type 1 diabetes. And the second one, which is more common, is the type 2, which basically the insulin that is being produced by the body is not working effectively. So that key is basically deformed, or the cells are clogged up with fat cells, which is why it's not opening the cells so that the glucose reach the cells. And this particular type of diabetes is called type 2 diabetes, which is usually hereditary and also lifestyle related.
And type 2 diabetes very common within South Asian community, especially with Muslim community.
Yes, it is indeed. It's quite common with Muslim community, particularly communities from the South Asian heritage, because what happens is that the South Asian diet and lifestyle is quite different to the Western diet, and as I had mentioned in one of your earlier radio shows, that the type we do eat a lot of food which is rich in carbohydrates, and what happens as a result of that, and also we are not that physically active, like our forefathers used to be, and we are more or less, a lot of us have sedentary job, and we have cars now. We don't go on horses, so or we don't cycle we cycle for pleasure, but we don't cycle, for day-to-day living, or don't walk as much as our forefathers used to do. So as a result, what's happened is the exercise level has gone down considerably in our generations, and the generations to come will see that as well. But at the same time, the food habits haven't.
No.
In fact, it has got worse because now there are more refined foods. There's a lot of fast food outlets, and therefore what's happening is the carb-rich diets are increasing in availability. People can afford more as well, and the habits remain the same. Eat a lot of rotis and chawal and all that stuff. A lot of carb-rich foods, sweets. But not burn it out as much as our past generations did.
Okay, so you're listening to Dr. Rahul Thakur, Al-Imdaad Foundation's online radio show, and we are here to talk about diabetes, especially in the month of Ramadan, and how to control diabetes. And as I said, we are here talking to an expert who is a diabetes specialist, with a wealth of knowledge and understanding, works as a GP in East Lancashire. Dr. Rahul Thakur joined us on the show today. So in terms of, life is easier for us, and perhaps our eating habit hasn't